See, when we are given a position where we have the privilege that we could impact millions of people's lives, a privilege like this is not there in everybody's life. Now, when I say impacting millions of lives, let's understand this. There are only two things human aspiration is playing between. Right now, let us say somebody builds a family, somebody goes to the temple, somebody meditates, somebody drinks alcohol, somebody takes a drug, somebody indulges in so many things. What is the effort? Whether a man is going to the temple or to the bar, what is the effort? The effort is, right now the way I'm experiencing my life is not enough. I want my life's experience to become little more profound. Yes or no? This may sound like an extreme example for a lot of people, but I'm telling you, the man who is seeking God and the man who is drugging himself are seeking more profound experience of life. Where it will lead them, the path is another matter, but the aspiration is same, isn't it? So on one level, when it comes to within ourselves, we want a more profound experience of life. Not everybody may actually articulate it in their mind, but every human being always is looking for somehow enhancing the experience of his life. Somebody thinks it'll happen because of drink, somebody thinks it'll happen because of money, somebody thinks it'll happen because of God's grace. It doesn't matter what the currency is, essentially they want their experience of life to become more profound and more pleasant than the way it is right now. But when it comes to activity, because activity is a consequence of one's pleasantness or one's compulsion. Right now, a whole lot of people may be active in the world for their own survival process because they have to eat, they have to pay the bills, they have to go about their business. Most of the people may be working like that, but all of you are saying you are in the process of nation building, so I will take that segment. Well, you want to build a nation, what does it mean? It means you want your life to be impactful. These are the only two things human beings are looking for: profoundness of experience, impact in action, isn't it?
Yes.
Somebody has chosen his area or his field of action just as his family. Why? Because in this little world of his, he can be impactful. Suppose, see how deeply people are hurt. Well, they went home, whether you're a man or a woman, you went home, people at home are not impressed by you being there. Whatever you do, they are not impressed. People will break down, isn't it? Because they built this little world of theirs, because they want to be impactful there. If nobody is impressed, you cook something, nobody is impressed, you create something, nobody is impressed, finish, that family is over. So you are choosing a small footprint to be impactful. So profoundness and pleasantness of experience and impact in activity are the only two things human beings are looking for. They may call it their religion, they may call it their spirituality, they may call it administrative service, they may call it their pleasure, it doesn't matter what they call it, this is all human beings are looking for. So now you're talking about how your impactfulness is impeded by ambiguity of laws. I thought ambiguity of laws is a problem for us who are administered, not for you, because it's to your advantage. You can make it whichever way you want. If you hold everybody that you administer as a part of yourself, the ambiguity of law gives you a whole latitude to do, like they asked the question in the beginning, should I go by my humanity or by the law? That problem is over for you, because the law is not such a checkered box anymore. It is little more open, you can do what you want. So please tell all of them where is the ambiguity so that they can express their humanity. It is a great advantage for an officer when there is ambiguity. Ambiguity causes trouble to us because we are not able to figure out what is the law. Every time we go to different people, everybody interprets it in different ways. We are in a confused state because of ambiguity. But for you, for an administrator of any kind, it is always an advantage if there is ambiguity of law. But of course there will be problems, this and that. So they are trying to fix the ambiguity to some extent. Well, that's not going to go away overnight. But what should be the priority? Should I do what is nice for everybody? Should I do what is safe for me? Or should I do what matters? Well, we already went through this. In your life, really what matters is, when you are spending 25, 30 years of life on something, whatever that is, well, it must be impactful, isn't it? Impactfulness may not always be very popular. Sometimes it'll be very celebrated, sometimes it'll not even be appreciated, it'll take many years for people to appreciate that, but that's not your concern. Your concern is, you must be impactful, because that is the only essence of activity. Action we are performing because we want to be impactful. Impactful, well, people can be impactful by killing 1,000 people tomorrow morning, but that is not the impact, because because when people fail to impact people positively, they will take to these ways. Like, let us say the revolutionaries of the world. Armed revolutions have been there in this world for the last 200 years, many armed revolutions have happened. Some leftovers are still there in our country, still carrying on. Now, what is the thing behind this destructive process is, they have an ideal. They want to create that because they want to make an impact on the society in which they live or the country in which they live. But because they're incapable of doing that, now they think they have to break it. So that is a childish reaction to your own incompetence or your inability to bring forces together. Because when you want to have impact, you yourself can't go and stamp your footprint on the moon. If you have to go to the moon, how much support is needed? Maybe only one man landed on the moon, but how many thousands and thousands of people worked to put that man on the moon, isn't it? So, impact is not going to happen. Real impact you cannot create in your life unless you harness everybody's forces into it. That is very important. If you cannot get everybody together, it doesn't matter how brilliant you think you are, it's not going to get you very far. How powerful you are, how brilliant you are, it won't get you very far. When you really want to make impact in the social scene or in the national scene, you must be able to harness everybody. When you try to harness everybody, there will be… if there are 1,000 people, they will have 10,000 opinions, especially in this country, you know. So how are you going to do this? Is it a compromise? Don't see it like this, don't look at life this way, that this is right, this is wrong, this is black, this is white. That's not how it is. The thing is, to create a positive impact, what do we have to do? Whatever it takes, we must do. Because after all, you are appointed there for the well-being of the people in the end. That's all it is, isn't it? Our fundamental business is human well-being. So when our fundamental business is human well-being, we have no right to hang on to our own lofty ideals, morals, philosophies and think, this is the right thing to do, that's the right thing to do. That's not the point. The right thing to do is what is best for all the people that we administer. What is best for them today and for them tomorrow. If you do something that's best for them tomorrow, many of them may not have the vision to see what you have done. You may become unpopular, but still, if you are 100% clear, what you're doing right now is going to be really good for all these people tomorrow, you must do that. Most great things that have been done on this planet have been only appreciated after people are gone, isn't it? That's the nature of greatness, that it doesn't happen when you're living, it's only after you're gone people think you're fantastic. It's okay, that is their limitation, but in your life, the important thing is action is about impact. Your life is about profoundness of experience. It's my wish and my blessing you must have both.